You must be very careful.
With my best students at my side, we are invincible.
But your path leads to dark places.
But you must find and stop Kaizoku.
What's up, team, and thank you for checking in on us today. We are going to start our next Housing Gauntlet Farming Series. This will be Tier 2 of the Housing Gauntlets that have been released for Wizard101. We're going to be starting things out with the Midnight Sun Pagoda, which I believe was the first one that they released. The date, I think, was 2012, if I'm not mistaken. So this is one of the, if not the OG, it may be the, one of the oldest. So as we're looking for Tier 2, some of the things of interest, the gear drops in here are kind of interesting and kind of dated as well. But you can find gear for levels 20, level 30, level 70, and level 80, according to the Wizard Wiki page. So that ought to be interesting there. Jewels in here, you can get cracked and chipped, and one specific one that, well, I won't be able to use for this character, but, well, I guess I could, but it is a Windstorm jewel, so that would be kind of cool to get that one. Pets that we may see that are of note in here is the Ruby Shenlong Dragon. I'm a fan of the Shenlong Dragon. Again, that's one of the older ones, and I just think it's one of the cooler ones. Other pets, Dream Ghoul and Jade Oni, those are crown pets, so not super great, but those are crown pets. Seeds and mounts, I don't really have a lot of information on. I'm pretty picky about my seeds, and we'll just have to see if any mounts come out of here. I'm not sure that I've ever gotten a mount out of here, but there's the first time for everything, right? Well, let me introduce myself here. Let's see here. Gosh, if I can get that, everybody wants to see my chat. Our trusty rusty friend Aaliyah, level 140 myth, will be helping us out today through this series. And this is Alex Deathmask, who is a newly minted level 20 here. And as you can see, he's got some stats, but I'm a fan of doing these dungeons, so you can recognize some dungeon gear, or Housing Gauntlet gear, excuse me, that he's got on. So yep, we're going to get started here. Our Tier 1 runs took us about 30 minutes or more per run, as I remember. A lot of that had to do with because I was running like a level 1 or 2 at the early onset of that, or pretty low level, and I had to port out and get help and come back and so forth. So hopefully this won't take as long. I know, and obviously the shorter that it takes me, the quicker I can make the video, and I won't keep you guys watching and listening to me drone on forever. So let's get Aaliyah around here, and let's hop in here and get run number 1 started. And we've wrapped up the fun on run number 1, and I see it looks like we got 2 mega snacks there, and 2 mega snacks for our carry as well. So, that's about the best you can expect, really, because you can't get gear drops every time. So we'll take our 2 mega snacks and we'll run. What did we do for round 2? Well, we leveled up for 1, and checking the chat box over here, I guess a pet. They gave us a pet. Which one? The goat monk? Yeah, that one's not so great. And, well, you don't get a lot of bobbleheads. If you're running enough, obviously you do. But, gosh, Athaway, Sapphire. But, yeah, that's what we got for round 2. So let's just carry on. Let's just carry on and move to the next one. Anything pretty for our round 3? And is that that's 2 pets. So we got 2 pets. I guess that's what they think is great for us. I don't see anything very pretty other than that. So, okay, let's take those 2 pretty pets and make like leaves. Before we head to the door on round number 4, let's take a look at the breastplate we got. It was the level 20, so doggone, that is quite the upgrade from our onyx studded cloak. So we will actually take that. Next time you see Alex, he will be donning that breastplate. So excellent. That puts a smile on our face. So let's get past this run and get another one. Run 5, we did survive, and although not as good as run 4, we did get our, well, let's say there's 1 mega snack on there. Well, we got a craftable TC as well, so I guess those would be the top 2. So, okay, so that's got us to the halfway point. So let's continue on to the next run. In the mix is run 6, 4, and average run. Looks like, let's see here, yeah, looks like Mega Snacks, Ninja Pigs. I guess that's another craftable Ninja Pigs cards. Well, no, or would that be the pet? No, Goat Monk would be the pet, right? Yeah, okay. Well, let's get out of here and head to the next one. Is run 7 going to be confused with a slice of heaven? No. No is the short answer. Sweet and sour. Let's see, which one's that? Sweet and sour 7. So, Automo Fury. So we got 2 treasure cards. Yeah. Yep. Not a slice of heaven on that one. Something great or something we hate? Which did we get from run 8? Oh, I think we're going to have to get something great. I see the... Oh, no. Come on. Seriously? The same thing? We got the same breastplate. Breastplate on run 8? Yeah, that figure's done it. Let's take a look. Yeah, same thing. Can you believe that? Well, I guess we'll say not so great for run 8, but goodness. Well, moving right along. Fine or benign? Which word describes run 9? I think we're going to have to lean towards benign, although, dad blame, I think I'm going to have enough Ninja Pig treasure cards to craft the dad blame thing. Alright guys, so that leaves us with one more run, so let's go ahead and get started on it. Garden Zen or Pigpen for run 10, and I guess we're in the Pigpen. Let's see here, that's a Mega Snack, I think hot and sour Mega Snacks. Goodness gracious at the amount of pets you get in here, and the housing items as well. I tell you, if you're short on gold, you definitely will get a lot of stuff to sell in here for sure. But so that brings us to the end, our last run, number 10, and we're going to hop out of here and put our numbers together, and we'll be back here shortly. Okay, team, we're back, and we've got some numbers for you. So this was Tier 2, their first episode of Tier 2 Housing Gauntlet Farming. I will note that the cheats, again, were not that big of a factor. Again, we were carried by a 140 myth, which worked out really well. Didn't have to really use any kind of prisms or anything like that. Was able to pretty much just kind of OP. Mega snacks, a ton of snacks, quite a few level 7 snacks. Not a boatload of mega snacks, but quite a few. I tell you another thing that I've noticed in here in these two farms that we've done in here. My carry fizzles, it seems like at least 2 or 3 times in here, and I can't really recall her fizzling any other time. It seems like, Alex Death Mask here had a issue a couple of times as well, fizzling, which is kind of strange. Also got quite a few Ninja Pigs treasure cards, so that's good for crafting the spell. Several ice jewels. If there was one school that had more jewels over any other, it would definitely be ice. There were, not a ton, but a measurable amount. And also, as far as jewels go, probably the 2 better ones out of it was a cracked damage opal and a cracked defense opal. So I kind of would rather have the universal ones myself, so I was pretty happy about that. Okay, for the numbers. Now, our average runtime, it took us 9.8 minutes. Almost 10 minutes. Let's see. We had 3 runs that took 10 minutes. We had 1 run that took 7 minutes. So those were our highs and our lows. But it kind of got a little squirrely on us, a couple of fights. I say squirrely, meaning we weren't done with it by round 1 or 2. But not the end of the world, not the worst stuff. Now, as far as our going first percentage each fight, that comes in at 47%. 47% of the time we got to go first. Again, I guess I'm going to have to go look at the update notes and find out if 2 people being a group really increases it much at all. But 47%, that's where we were at. Now to the gear. We did get 2 items on separate runs, so that gives us a 20% gear drop rate, which, hey, that's not awful. If you've watched our Tier 1 farming series, we had several runs where it's a 0, so we'll take 20 over 0 any day of the week. But all in all, fairly happy. I did get this robe. Actually, I got 2 of those robes, so I'll count it as a win there, not to mention bolstering my jewels with a couple of good jewels and a ton of snacks, plus all the junk that you got to sell from here. You'll end up with quite a few gold. So that is going to wrap us up for the Midnight Sun Pagoda Tier 2 Gauntlet Farming. So hopefully we will get the next one to you here, in the next day or so. And we will continue farming Tier 2 and see what results from that. But I thank you guys for checking in on us, and hopefully at some point I will see you in the spiral.